Hello, I am Damien, and we are going through the Horde because we are Gamien, and low energy stream, yay. All that fun stuff. So we have a specific game to start with because I have enjoyed it in recent times, and that's what we're going to do because I want to show it off to people. I want people to see it. That's not the right one. I need to turn that one off, and turn that on, and make sure it shows up. Are you gonna show up? There it is. There it is. This is my exercise. They call it a game, but I'm not certain I would actually personally describe it as a game because it's more of an animation art project as far as I'm concerned. The gameplay. We just push the space key. And we do a setup. And this is what we do. We just sit here and we do setups. And we nuzzle our dog. We can nuzzle him for quite some time if we really wanted to. Look at that Bobby Hill face. And we just keep on keeping on. She will eventually stop clapping, I believe at 20. There it is. What's this? Yeah, that just happened. I'm a little disappointed that that's the random one that showed up. I was hoping for another one. Huzzah! Yep, no choice now. And now the seal does that as we do our sit-ups. One thing I haven't ever actually seen happen from the bird. Hello, Tareth. This is my exercise. Oh no, we're getting tired now. But it's okay. We have a bear friend with water now. Now we can continue. And the bird poops. Yeah. Yeah, seal, look at that. Look at that poop. We actually can have we'll see it in the next time the bear, which I think is going to happen about 77. Oh, the sheep appeared. But what's the sheep doing? Look at that animation. That hoof curl. Actually, given when the sheep showed up, I don't think 77 is actually going to be the number. Oh, here's the bird again. We can just rock out if we wanted to. Never let the bird poop. Yep. What I was going to say is I've yet... Yeah, I don't think the bird ever can. It annoys me that the bird won't poop during a face rub section. Oh. So, like, you can't just rub the poop into the dog's fur and call it good. Oh. The sheep decided to join the exercise. Technically, I am controlling all of this with the spacebar. Everything that ends up happening, with exception to the bird things, like the sheep and the seal. It's all on my spacebar. Right? We got 100 sit-ups. This is why I called it. I feel like it is much more of a much more of an animation project than or something like that. Some kind of art project than it is a game. That was a little too early that time. If you can successfully do your sit-up when that tiny dog smashes into the other dog, the flowers are bloomed by the bark, and then Buddha shows up and increases the length of our dog's hair. We've got the third Buddha. And now he's been absorbed by our dog. We can no longer bark for flowers, by the way. But occasionally, if we get even better timing than we did before, but I can't do it very well. We can get the divineness to spark out. You know, though? You know what I've always wondered? What happens if we just... yeah. Not during one of these scenes. But I think, especially if we get to the next point of... no, not bird. Screw the bird. Here we go. We're at the one I wanted. If we just wait here for a little while as well. I don't actually know how long it takes. Hopefully it's going to work. With the bird poop on the dog, I'm not certain if it will, because I don't know how the coding of this game works. He really does. Like, you really have to admire his tenacity as well, that he can just keep doing this. We melted. I became russet, yes. Not yet. No, we have to return our resolve. Through our resolve, we've absorbed the poop into ourselves and or the dog. It is no longer here. And now we can have our clap for the bear, as the bear gives us water. There are so many stupid achievements in this game, in that capacity, like praying to the Buddha, having the... Oh, right. Somehow every time I forget they show up. It really is disappointing, though, that the bird's the only one that showed up, because there are 3 others that it could have been, and sometimes more than one shows up in a game. And the bird is the most disappointing. As amusing as the poop on the face is, I suppose. One is a mouse, one is an elephant. I guess actually the most disappointing is the tiny elves. We'll probably do another round just to see if we can get either the mouse or the elephant, because both of those are more interesting, technically speaking. The elephant is the only one that actually is interesting, in my opinion. Although the bird is funny the first time you see it. The mouse is simply a mouse. And so, for that reason, it's good. So we just keep doing this. We just keep doing our setups. Oh, we've hit another milestone. 200. At this point, the only thing we are doing is playing as the otter. There's an achievement called a horny for getting to the end of this portion in, I think, like 12 seconds or something like that. Not slap wobbly dick, but slaps. Fine, we won't slap the wobbly dick. We'll pull. And so at this point, as you can see, the meter goes up super fast, and we can hold down the button to make the thing go up as we tug, and it gets easier with every successive pull, and we just continue to rack up numbers. I have the over 20,000 number there, and up in the corner you can see, because that was an achievement. And it gets easier and easier. But the real joy is in completion. Oh, the tiny Buddha's supposed to appear right there. Interesting that he didn't. And that's the game. Yes, exactly. What an art house game. Oh, yeah, the only reason I have it is because Steam sent me a coupon, and it's like, hey, 20% off my exercise for owners of kids, and I'm like, oh god, but Kids was that game that I do not understand anything about why. So of course I went to the store page and I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be another thing like that. Okay, let's buy it. I mean, it was like, I think it was like $3, and then I got 20% off of that. So I've 100% got all the achievements for it, so it's not like I didn't get my money's worth. It was like 110. It might have been. I think it might have been different people, but like the devs may have been the same, but it's definitely like a different conceptual artist behind it. Because I don't think it was exactly, I think it had different numbers or whatever. Anyway, We are going to find out. I mean, well, we can find out soon enough because once I quit the game, you can just go to the store page. I'm just trying to see if we got lucky on having another option for the. Nope. Seal always happens. You get an achievement if you have the seal slide continually without stopping by just holding the button. I actually did get most of the achievements on my own. I mean, like looking at the unlike a lot of other actual games, the achievements generally tell you like how to do. Like I'm pretty sure the seal achievement there actually specifically says make the seal, you know, go across to X number of times, or like without, doing it or whatever. And so it's just like, okay, I probably just have to hold the button immediately, so just count when it's going to show up because it always shows up on the same number. It's like most of them I got on my own, but there were a small handful that I'm like, I don't really even know what this one is trying to tell me to do. So I looked it up because I had already been playing for like 40 minutes at that point. So always a possibility that we're not going to get any of them, but if we've gotten the mouse would have shown up by now if we got the mouse. I feel like the elves would have as well. The elephant is the only one who might not have shown up. So we're gonna just see if, because I don't remember when the elephant shows up. But the elephant is relevant. And we won't try too much beyond this. I mean, all the mouse does is, like I said, it's just a tiny mouse, and it just occasionally will climb up the other side of the dog and just stand on the dog's head, and every time you do a sit-up, the mouse gets unbalanced a little bit until he falls off. And the elves are just like tiny little men who are semi-transparent when they start with, and like it's just 3 of them, and they cycle together. And when you do a sit up, one will go under your back, and they'll all get great glee out of that, and then they dodge out of the way when you come back down, as elves are wont to do. He just arrived at me doing my exercises. I mean, I guess at this point I have to complete it. Although I'm getting even more concerned that we aren't even going to get the elephant this time. Which I guess is a possibility. Best I can determine is the monkey is just the owner of the other dog. I was late. Nope, I wasn't too late on that one. Yeah, I don't think we have any of them this time, which is sad. But we can continue to show Maven. Because why not? It's my stream. Hey, we got a spark. She doesn't normally get stuck doing that. Hopefully we can make that stop soon. Okay, the opportunity is almost here. There we go. Fine, we just have 70 more sit-ups to do. I am really disappointed, though, that we didn't get any of the other characters. Which means we'll have to do a third one. We're getting tired again. It happens. There's the turtle friend. Almost there. We've almost made it to the coveted 200 mark. Whatever could happen at 200. Hello, Otter. Almost. Just a few more good tugs. There we go. There's the tiny Buddha. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love this game. Like, normally my response to these art house kinds of things is like, I don't get it, I don't understand, and I get that mild frustration of I feel like I should understand something going on, and I understand like at the most basic level maybe. This one just soothes me for some reason. And I think a part of it is because it's like you just have pure musical silence, and then it does the art house game thing of like, okay, now here's the musical score. And like the payoff of those faces is just wonderful to me. Gonna see, try one more time. We will not go to a full set. But yeah, that's the entire game. When you beat it the very first time, you unlock you unlock Mouse Friend, who you guys haven't seen. 2 times gets you the bird, 3 times gets you the elf, and 4 times gets you the elephant. And frankly, the elephant is the one we're trying to have show up. But it's random instead of all of them. All at once. And I mean, I could totally just show you guys my other two art games that I have. They similarly do not take very long and are even more confusing as far as I'm concerned. I find this one to be the least confusing of the three. But that might also be because I came into this based on the description in the Steam store. I came into it with the understanding, like, oh, this is like an animation project. And the other two I don't even remember why. I think I got Kids because I already had the first one. They're like, hey, here's a coupon for this other one by the same guy. I'm like, I mean, I guess. Oh, we got the elves. We might still get the elephant too. I don't think elf and elephant are mutually exclusive. But yeah, so they just have their fun. So we'll go to the first 100, I guess. And if we do not get a stompy stomp stomp of an elephant, I guess I'll just spoil it and we'll move on to something else. Gotta do a full sit-up because it doesn't count if you only do a half one. In either direction. It's the face nuzzles again. Elf and elephant might be mutually exclusive. Despite what I just said. I don't friggin' know. Get sliding. I wish I had a sheep friend who did exercise with me. Yeah, I don't think the two are going to happen. So what the elephant does is the elephant stomps on up, and as you try to do a sit-up, it starts sucking in with its trunk, and you can rapidly tap the button to escape the suction. And if you don't, the elephant sucks both you and your dog in together. There's a brief pause, and then he spits you both out as a melted puddle. The same exact melted puddle as when we do the melt. I said it was relevant. But you didn't believe me. You didn't believe me. It took me a little while to... Yep, there's the melt. Here we go. We just get so relaxed. Oh, dear, dear, dear. But yeah, so that was my exercise. Oh, but yeah, that's, yeah, we'll leave it at that.